Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Opeyemi Goddess, and on this channel I talk about love, relationships, marriage, lifestyle, nursing, and basically everything fun. If you're new to this channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Please do all to subscribe, and for my returning subscribers, thank you so much guys for always coming back and for sticking to this channel. Guys, today I'll be talking about how to recognize a toxic relationship. Yes, the red flags that you really need to look out for in your relationship. Anyways, let's get right into the video. So guys, the first red flag that you need to look out for in your relationship is if your partner is abusive. And under this, I'll talk about three major kinds of abuse. First is the verbal abuse, second is the physical abuse, and the third is emotional abuse. So let's just get into these forms of abuse. So first of all, if you're with a partner who abuses you verbally, like he actually says it out, he doesn't just keep it to himself. He tells you how stupid you are, how you won't amount to anything, how you're so dumb, how you're stupid, how you're a fool, how you can't think intelligently, all those ways that it kind of just make you feel less of yourself, and it says it verbally. That's a sign that you are in a toxic relationship, and that's definitely a red flag for you to look out for. So if you're with someone that keeps abusing you verbally, like says it out, like, oh, you're just so stupid, you're just an idiot, and then some even say it jokingly, like they say it with so much humor. Ladies, guys, if you're with such a person that tells you you're stupid, you're a fool, like you can't even reason, you can't even think, that's a red flag to watch out for. The second type of abuse that you should watch out for is if the person actually physically abuses you, like he actually like raises his hands or hands, and tries to beat you up, or has even beaten you up in the past. This is a red flag, and if you're in this kind of situation, please just run for your life. And this cuts across both gender. Like even for men, there are women who beat men. It's not just a one-sided thing. I actually know that the general consensus is that, oh, men beat women, but it goes both ways. Like there are women who would actually like beat their men as well. So if you're in that kind of a relationship where your partner physically abuses you, beats you up at the slightest provocation, and even if you feel like it doesn't necessarily like beat you up so much, even if it's like a tiny slap on your cheek, a tiny slap on your back, that is a red flag. It would always aggravate and escalate in marriage. So now that you're not yet married to this person, please end the relationship. And the third form of abuse that you may experience is the emotional form of abuse. I mean, there are some people that would never like abuse you verbally. There's some people that would never like physically abuse you. They would never like say, stupid things about you or even beat you up. But then they would emotionally abuse you. They would never be present in your life when you need them around. They would never say encouraging words. Imagine someone who is not saying negative words to you, but yet the person is not saying positive words. So the person is not encouraging you when you're like in your low times, or when you're like feeling so bad, or times that you're just like kind of depressed. If this person is not like there for you emotionally as well, that might just be a red flag, really. So it's beyond the fact that, oh, he's not beating me, oh, he's not telling me I'm stupid, I'm an idiot, I'm a fool. He's not saying all those things, but is he actually encouraging you? Is it there for you physically, emotionally? Can you find succor in this person? Is this person like your happy place? Do you love being around the person? So it's beyond the fact that he doesn't abuse you verbally, or he doesn't beat you up. Does this person like feel a gap when it comes to like emotionally like standing in gap for you? So these are the things you have to look out for when it comes to abuse. Guys, the second red flag that you need to look out for is if your partner kind of like criticizes you destructively. I know a lot of us have heard so much about constructive criticism. I mean, we've heard so much about it, and a lot of us don't even know that there's actually destructive criticism. So your partner is not correcting you in a proper manner. I mean, if you want to correct someone, and if you want someone to do better, there are ways that you correct someone. So you can actually start by praising the person, telling them their good sides. Oh babe, you've done this, you've done that, you're such a great person, you do well at all these things. Mention those things. Oh, you're such a fantastic human being, you're so hardworking. However, I want you to improve on so and so areas of your life. So the person starts off with good things about you, praises you, tells you how fantastic you are, and then they now move on to tell you, the bad sides or the sides that you really need to work on. That is constructive criticism. But when someone doesn't even find something good about you to talk about, like the person is always telling you how you are a failure, how you actually can't do something properly, like how you're always failing at every project you handle. I mean, the person has never said, oh, you're doing well at this project, you're actually handling this project very well, but really if you actually like work on this area, work on that area, you will do better. That is constructive criticism. But when the person just keeps telling you, oh, you can't manage this project properly, I mean, you can't do this, you can't do that, and the person just doesn't find anything good about you, the person doesn't praise you for even the little things you do, they're always just like looking out for the bad things you do or your weak sides. They don't praise your strengths, they don't magnify your strengths. The only things that they kind of magnify are your weaknesses and your flaws. I mean, that's a sign that the person kind of criticizes you destructively, and that's a red flag, guys. That's a red flag, and it cuts both ways. Like I say a lot of times, it cuts both ways. Even for women, there are women who do that to their men, and there are men who do that to their women. So it's just a general thing. If you're with a man who does this to you, it's a red flag. Please don't ignore it. If you're with a woman who keeps condemning you, she doesn't see anything good in you, she doesn't see anything good that you do, then that's a red flag, and please just run for your life. So the next red flag that you should always watch out for in a relationship, and this particular sign too can actually give you an idea if if you're in a toxic relationship or not. If you're always fearful around this person, I mean, if you're always like very very terrified when you're like with your partner, like you can't really express yourself, you're always like watching what you say, watching how you walk, watching the things you do, like you're always scared. You don't know what will make them angry, you don't know what will make them just like flare up, you really don't know what will just spoil their mood. So you're always like walking on eggs when you're with them or when you're around them. This is a red flag. This is a red flag. Like you can't be yourself around them, like you're always like terrified, you're always very scared and fearful around the person you're in a relationship with. This is a red flag. Please run for your life. I mean, I don't know, but I just feel like your partner is even the best person that you can be vulnerable with. Like, who else do you want to be vulnerable with if not with your partner? That is the person that should actually see all your flaws. That is the person that should see your weaknesses, not just your strengths. I mean, the whole world will see your strengths, they will see how great of a human being you are. But I feel like our partners are like the people who actually see our downsides, who actually see our flaws, who actually see our weaknesses. And that's the essence of a committed relationship. I believe that's the essence of a committed relationship. I should be able to be vulnerable when I'm with my partner. And if you're with a partner that doesn't allow you to be vulnerable, like you can't really like be yourself, you have to tiptoe around them, you have to watch what you say. I mean, is that even a relationship, for God's sake? I don't think that's a relationship in the first instance. So if you cannot be yourself with someone, if you can't just be yourself, just be vulnerable around someone, if you actually have to behave every time you're with this person, like you have to behave a certain way, you're always scared, you're always like really really terrified, then you shouldn't be with this person. That's a sign of toxicity. Please leave the relationship. The next red flag to look out for in a relationship is if your partner is always right, like they never apologize for anything they do because they always feel like they are right, like they are always right. Like, is it possible for someone to always be right? Like, it is impossible because we're human beings and we have our flaws. We are never perfect and we can never be perfect. God is the only perfect being and we're human. And I just believe that if you're with someone who kind of feels that he or she is always right, like they will never apologize, like they will never say sorry. If your partner never says sorry, never apologizes, like he or she is always right, please run for your life. This is a major red flag. Like, how can you be always right? It is impossible. There are times you would be wrong, and it is absolutely normal to be wrong. Like, so please, if you're with someone that would never apologize, they would never say sorry for their wrongdoings, like they will always push the blame on you, even when they go, when they're at fault, when they go wrong, they will still push the blame on you. They will always ascribe the blame or ascribe the fault to you. Then that is a toxic relationship. You need to flee, you need to run for your life. That's a red flag, because all these things will magnify in marriage. So if now that you're still like dating, you're still in a relationship, they can't even say sorry. Guys, bigger things will happen in marriage and they will still never ever say sorry. Okay guys, the next red flag that you need to look out for in your relationship is if your partner makes you feel less of yourself. I know this is kind of similar to emotional or verbal abuse, but this is just like deeper. This is like on a deeper level. So if your partner actually makes you feel less of yourself, I mean, you feel like you're intelligent, you feel like you're so smart, you feel you're brilliant, you feel like you're beautiful. I mean, you just feel like you're altogether lovely, and your partner feels otherwise about you, like he or she feels that you're dumb, he feels that, oh, you're stupid, like the person makes you lose your self-esteem, the person makes you feel so awkward, and because of this relationship you kind of feel low, like you're experiencing low self-esteem because of this relationship. That is a major red flag. That is a sign that you're in a toxic relationship. So if the person you're in a relationship with makes you feel less of yourself, like, I mean, your partner should be like your number one fan. I mean, your partner should be like your major cheerleader. So for instance, let's use my own scenario as an example. I feel like I'm so intelligent. Like I have that feeling. I know that I'm so intelligent. It's beyond the feeling. I actually know that I'm so intelligent. So imagine if my partner, like wakes up every day and tells me, oh, you're so dumb, you're so stupid, like you're just an idiot. Imagine how I would feel. I'm sure that over time I would have lost my self-esteem in that regard. I'm sure by now I would begin to see myself as a dumb person, as a stupid person, as someone who is unintelligent and all that. But because I have a partner that keeps telling me that I'm very intelligent, like all these things, you're just so good, you're so, oh gosh, in fact he calls me professor. So I'm just trying to buttress this point that if you're with someone that doesn't gas you up, I don't know the right word to use now, like if he's not like your number one cheerleader, like always telling you to go for it. Like guys, there are times I will go for an exam and I'll come back home and I will tell my husband, babe, I think I failed this examination. Like I've done poorly. I know I've done poorly. I know I won't pass, and he will categorically tell me, you fail. You can never fail. Like you're so intelligent. Like you can't fail. And he will be saying it with so much confidence. Guys, the results will come out and I'll end up passing the exam. Like I don't know how he does it every time. He totally believes in me every time. So if you're with a partner that would never believe in you, I mean, they'll always tell you you're stupid, you're dumb, they'll always make you feel less of yourself, please run for your life. Please run for your life. You don't want that kind of vibe around you. You don't want that kind of atmosphere, that kind of aura around you. Please run for your life. You need a partner that would be your ride or die. I mean, someone that will always like believe in you and always look out for the best in you. Guys, the next red flag you need to look out for in a relationship is if your partner is domineering. And I know this is very common to men. Like some men are just like very, very domineering. Like they have the last word, they have the final say. I mean, you're not God. Only God has the final say over everybody. Like if you're with someone that just feels like whatever I say is like the final say, like like when you go to the Supreme Court and whatever the judge says, like the final, nobody can appeal and all that. There are some men that actually feel that way, that whatever they say can never be appealed. Like whatever they say, is the final say. So if you're with someone like that, that's a red flag. You're in a toxic relationship. That person is toxic. Why would you be domineering? Like they want to like exert so much power over you. They want you to like always be under them. If you're with someone that always exert so much power over you, they want you to always be under them. They want you to be like subservient. I don't know how well to put this, but I'm sure you guys understand. If you're with someone like that, that is a red flag. Please leave the relationship if you have a domineering partner. And it could actually be for men as well. Like a man might be in a relationship with a woman who is very domineering, very dominating, always wants to like pull the last string. They want to have every say in every matter. They want their opinion to always count. Guys, people like that. That is a red flag. If you're with that kind of a person, please leave. That's a sign of a toxic partner. Okay, guys, so the next red flag to look out for in a relationship, or another sign that relationship might be toxic, or another sign that guy or that lady you're in a relationship with can actually be a toxic person is if the person is stingy. And if you're a man that, because you have a good job, or you're earning well, or regardless of that, the guy is just stingy. I can't deal with a stingy man. You don't have to have so much money. Like, just like I said, I'm not saying women should be demanding. I'm not saying that by any means, but you can't love without giving. I don't know how best I can actually explain this point. You can never love someone and not give to the person. I mean, we can give and not love, but let's even look at it closely. Can we even give and not love? We give to the poor, we give to charity, and it still comes from a place of love and compassion. Like, if you're giving a certain amount, or some items to the poor and the needy, if you look at it closely, it still comes from a place of love and compassion for them. Do you understand? And I feel it's the same principle in a relationship. I feel like you can't say you love me and not give me something. You may not have so much to give, but out of the little you have, you should always give. Amidst other things I've always been looking out for in a man, that was also one major thing I was looking out for in a man. Like, I wanted a generous man. Of course, I will never demand, and even to date, I don't know how to ask for things. But God has blessed me with a man that will not even wait for me to ask for something before he would give it to me. Like, and that's why I just feel that's the way it should be in a relationship. If you're with someone that is very stingy, like, he will never give you something, he will rather keep collecting from you. Men like that. Can you quickly borrow me? They will say it in a very subtle way. That, can you, in fact, they won't even ask you. They will tell you one scenario that is so one compassionate scenario, and it should be so obvious that they need something. And then, as a godly woman, Proverbs 31 woman that we've all been taught to be, as a virtuous woman that we've been told that we have to be, you'll be like, how can my man be in trouble and then I can't give him my money? And then you keep spending your money on this man that has even never given you £1 or £1 or $1. I mean, how can you say you love someone and not give to the person? It just doesn't make any sense. You don't have to give so much. It could even be groceries. It might not even be money. It could be groceries. Something so small. You cannot tell me that you love someone and not give to the person. It is impossible. I mean, God loved us so much that he gave us Jesus. So how well do I want to explain this point? If you're with a stingy man that will never give you anything, or if you're with a man that will always keep collecting your money and he will never refund you and he will never even give you anything, please run for your life. This is for my ladies. This particular point is for my ladies. Please run for your life. That is a red flag. The next red flag you need to look out for in a relationship is if your partner is unambitious, if he's laid back, and if he has no goals, has no mission for his life, has no vision for his life, he has no ambition, he has no objectives, he has no goals. I mean, he's not looking forward to anything. He's just there. It's so laid back. That's a red flag, because of course he's laid back and it's not affecting you in any ways, right? If you feel that this is not affecting you, that's his own life. He can decide to be laid back, he can decide not to progress. But the truth is, the moment you're married to this person would make you start feeling bad for wanting to progress. So he doesn't want to progress, he doesn't have any ambition. But you, as an ambitious person, whether man or woman now, this person, once you're married to this person will start to make you feel like your ambitions are too much. I don't know if I'm putting it in the right picture, but I trust that you guys will understand me. So he or she is not ambitious and you're fine with it, or they are also fine with the fact that they are not ambitious. But the moment you guys are married, it's a different ball game entirely. It's a different ball game entirely. So the person starts to make you feel that you're too ambitious. Like, the person makes you feel like you're overly ambitious. Like, why do you want to go for that course again? I mean, why do you want to go for a master's degree? Why do you want to go for your PhD? I mean, do you still need a doctorate degree? You already have a master's degree. The person will keep making you feel that you're too ambitious, like you want so much, like you're doing too much. It's better to just end the relationship now. Don't even try to go into a marriage relationship with someone that is unambitious. So always look out for that in a relationship. If you're with someone that is laid back and unambitious, that is a red flag, because they will always feel like you're demanding for too much, like you're too ambitious. That is how they would always feel. So the last red flag that I feel like everyone should look out for in a relationship is if your partner is a liar. I don't know, I really don't want to use the word liar, but let's just say it how it is. That is how it is, and let's just say there's no point like running away from the truth. If you are in a relationship with a partner who is always telling lies, some people will like, even if they meet Jesus face to face, they will still tell lies. I don't understand. So if you are with a partner that keeps telling lies, I don't know what you're doing in that relationship. I don't understand why you're still in that relationship. If he keeps telling lies, like, you just, I don't know. I just don't know why people stay in that kind of a relationship. If you're with someone, if your girlfriend or your boyfriend keeps telling you lies, like, oh, you just, maybe you call him and then you say, oh babe, where are you? And then he says, oh, I'm at so place, but then he's at so place, and then it becomes a trend and it becomes a habit. Then you should look out for that. Please, it's a red flag. If you're with someone that keeps lying, they keep telling you lies upon lies, and then they keep covering up a lie with another lie and then it keeps piling up, that's a red flag. Please run for your life. So guys, that is the end of this video. Please, if you have other red flags that you think that a single person should look out for in a relationship, please drop them in the comment section. I'm so passionate about this topic because I've been in that kind of shoes before, and I don't want any other person to make this kind of mistakes. So please, if you have any other signs of a toxic relationship or red flags that every single person in a relationship should look out for, please drop them in the comment section. Please, I want all of us to learn from this. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've not subscribed yet, why have you not subscribed? Please subscribe to my channel. Do well to give this video a thumbs up. Please click on the notification bell so you'll be the first to know whenever I put up videos on my channel. Please share my videos to your loved ones. Thank you so much guys for watching, and see you in my next video.